Hello, 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 hello. Yeah.
This that afternoon effect. Been smoking all morning, don't know what to do next. Haters so confused.
I just realized something, man. If I start off shows with certain copyrighted material, I keep getting the email.
Einstein here, and my flow is super bright. You can call me Chandelier. This is how it goes when you come back from the future.
Insinuate by this email I got from the video from 2013. It's kind of hard to monetize on the show when I keep using other people's copyrighted material.
Dodger.
So, as bad as I wanted to.
Ice, baby.
Hello! Yeah. I'm trying to see if this auto ducking works. It's supposed to be like that DJ effect where the radio, you listen to the radio, and as soon as the DJ start talking, the music go down and the DJ's like, ho! Watch this music go up on its own.
Good morning, good afternoon.
Yeah, that's how that go. Good afternoon.
Good evening, and
welcome. This is the Priester episode of the news. Priester episode. Everybody, we welcome you to join us this Sunday afternoon, Lord's Day. As we give thanks.
That's what day it is.
As we hopefully get abundance of praises poured down on us. Shout out to Tammy Holland.
Hello.
Auto ducking. Yeah. I got cats all around me.
Yeah, I would like to give honor to the guy who's
get tomorrow. Best believe we sing the same damn songs.
The head.
Yeah, the head.
The Trinity. It's God, family,
that's what it is.
And everything else.
That's what it's all about.
Unless you're a real motherfucker, then it's all about the green, baby. Like St. Patrick. Green for the money.
Go for the honey, baby.
Yeah. Jesus. I want to play it so bad, man. But I think this episode is going to be hot fire. And I want to monetize my situation. I got cats all around me. What is going on? This ain't normal.
It is.
It's not for them to be chilling by me like this. I have two of them. They don't just be sitting both by me. The one does. This dude does. Hey, dude. This is Sonny. I want to introduce you to Sonny. Say, hey, Sonny. That wasn't Sonny. That was Fluffy. Fluffy said, hey. Fluffy's pregnant, by the way.
I guess that's all right.
I don't know.
It's an athletic pregnant lady.
Dude, this animal here, I'm talking about.
It's all yours.
Yeah, she is that. Hey, y'all, come on now. Chill out. By the way, I want to tell y'all about Fluffy. Fluffy from the streets. Fluffy don't play.
Which streets?
The streets. The ones from Cats Dwell. Yeah. Where the cats dwell. Where the cats be there and the mice play everywhere. And the mice tougher than the cats. Yeah. Those type of spots, man. Hey, y'all, come on now. We're doing a show here. Yally. Yeah, though. But welcome to the Priester episode of the news. I'm Ricky Jones again. That's Jonathan Tape Game Franklin. And we are here today because we were brought to spread the good word.
That's right.
What is that good word? Well, we're having church today.
Amen.
Ashe.
Amen.
Amun.
I'll say it correctly this time.
Assalamu alaikum. I'll be, sure. And all of that good stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I got a hair in my nose. I think that's what that is.
Slight bug. Slight bug.
Yeah. So, anywho.
It was a little wet still.
Yeah, we want to shout out the internets for providing plenty of information to dwell on today. Shout out to Brother Polite and the Rabbi Harry Rosenberg.
Yeah.
If you got $25 lying around, you can tune in to the debate of the year thus far. It's only March.
That's what they say.
But the debate of the year, it's Hebrew Israelite doctrine and Egypt chematology on trial. Bang, bang.
Going down.
Bringing out the big guns today. The big guns. We're going to be looking at the Torah, and what else? The Book of the Dead, a.k.a. the Medunetter, and all that good stuff. And everything's on the table. We're going to see what's true, what came from what, and what's older, I guess. I don't know what it is. But everything's on trial today. So if you got $25 lying around, go to Polite site. Just Google Polite site.
And get you some.
And get you some. Also, if you're in the New York area, you can go to the Alhambra Ballroom yourself. Tickets are $30 in advance. And according to the flyer, Mo at the door. So if you read the flyer, it say $30 in advance and Mo at the door. So that's how that situation goes. Yeah, that's how that goes. Because all the big wigs going to be in the house. The moderator himself is Mr. Smack. What is it now? It ain't Smack no more.
Yeah, I think it's just...
It's URL. The Universal Rap League. Is it Underground Rap League? I don't know what it is. But, yeah. Shout out Chaz and Hitman Holler.
I heard it was called Underground. I don't know.
I have the slightest idea, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm not... I mean, not to say I'm not into it, because I'm a hip-hop head.
But I ain't into it.
But I ain't into it. I'm not. I'm really not. You know, I saw people that battle raps and freestyle and were phenomenal at what they done.
What time do you got to pick on mommy?
Go finish doing what you're doing, Eric. I'm busy. I think that really matters to you what time we pick someone up. Because you're going to ride along. So, yeah.
Like the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Ride along.
Mm-hmm. Get shoes on. Let's move it. Let's go. Change your shirt. It's stained. Hey, man, I washed an abundance of clothes yesterday.
I noticed.
An abundance. And the only reason I keep choosing the laundromat route is because I don't see fit us buying a washer for this particular homestead, because I think in the cards it says that we ain't going to be here long. The cards, you know, because I went to Madame Tussauds right up there on Martin Luther King next to the Wellston Pond. Walk right upstairs and get your palm read. She told me that I ain't talked to her. But, yeah, it's in the cards. We ain't going to be in this particular vicinity we dwelling in much longer. Just because it's in them.
It's in the...
Yeah. That's what that is. So, yeah, I ain't buying a new washer for this goddamn place just so we can get fucking infested with fuck. That's what I'm saying.
What he said.
So I just go to the laundromat. But speaking of this laundromat that I be going to, I be there and I be washing clothes and I observe.
And you meet people.
I do.
Because it's a sociable place.
I do.
When you're doing laundry, what's better to do than to share the experience?
But I be trying to
else.
meet people. It's just people start talking.
Because that's what happens in laundromats. You got to talk.
Yeah, and
You ain't doing nothing but washing some damn clothes.
I found it out yesterday that yesterday was the day for people to wash their upcoming Easter outfits and stuff like that.
The upcoming.
Yeah, I think they were washing kids' clothes. I guess ain't nobody buying new shit this year for Easter.
What for?
Don't look like they doing that. I saw a lot of dresses and tights and such. And little dresses look like little Mexican babies would wear. You know, for Easter. Or whatever they celebrate. I'm sure they celebrate Easter. They're Catholics. They do something of that nature. But yeah, man, I noticed that was the day and people was talking about Easter. I was more talking about the first day of spring.
Yeah.
Because I want to drop this bomb on you. Today's the first day of spring and I walked outside and it was snow on my car.
Boogap. Hit him with it.
What that is, yeah, the Bogop. Yeah, hit him with the Boogops. But yeah, man, all I'm saying is that man got 94 press. Whoa. All I'm saying is, man, it was an odd day today to walk outside on the vernal equinox, knowing that the first full moon on the first Sunday after the first vernal equinox is Easter itself. Ooh. So, yeah, man, I'm seeing an abundance of Easter decorations and stuff of that nature all over the damn place.
Everywhere.
And so I think it must be time to hone in on what's upcoming around the corner. And then what do? I holler at my brother here, Jonathan Table Game Franklin, this morning. And he's on the same shit.
That's what I be on. What he be on.
Before we get into that, I just want to say that Super Nintendo back in the day released the exercise bike peripheral for their Nintendo Super Entertainment System.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody bought it because it was extremely expensive at the time.
Okay.
But yeah, if anybody who likes to collect gaming stuff, you can go get you a exercise bike for the Nintendo Entertainment System.
Okay.
Super edition.
Go snatch that joint.
If you can find it.
Just
I'm gonna throw that out there for the hell of it. That wasn't really relevant. But as we transition into this new year, we got today being Palm Sunday. Take a look. Palm Sunday. You got your Good Friday coming up. You got Lent. And then you got Easter and all that. So we got these correlating functions going on multiple sides of the Christian spectrum. And I just want to know, when's it going to happen?
Let's talk about
When's what gonna happen?
Let's talk about it then, man.
When is it gonna happen? Because they talk about the reason for the season. But that phrase only comes up during like Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Hello.
The reason for the season never particularly comes up when we're speaking about this fucking hip-hopping ass holiday that bounces all around the place, according to moon phases, called Easter. You dig? Because that's how, I think I go back about 4 episodes, I explained the whole thing. The whole thing. But yeah, man, we out here doing that situation. Bow, bow, bang, bang. I'm sorry, I got excited.
Yeah.
Excuse me. But yeah, we out here talking about how we got Palm Sunday today and all this shit. And so we wanted to just touch on the holidays and talk about the reason for the season itself. What is the reason for Easter? And when is he coming back?
Hello. Let's talk about the real.
Or should I say?
That's what we really want to know.
Should I rephrase that as to, is he coming back?
Want to know.
Is he coming back, maybe? Maybe I'll phrase it as that. That's rough right there. So, according to Dr. Ray Hagins of the African Village located on Natural Bridge and Newstead, he has a very, very insightful lecture series.
Yes.
Called Is He Coming Back? You know what I'm saying? The he being Jesus. Jesus the Christ, that is. Is he coming back? Is he going to be returning soon to take his believers back to their humble abode, back to their heavenly hosted place? Is that happening soon? Now, according to a lot of people, it's right around the corner. We got, oh, wait a minute. What's going on? Pardon that. Let me get this together. So, yeah, according to a lot of people, you see the devil incarnate running for president. You got the Pope and all these people calling Trump, or not the Pope, but you got politicians calling the Pope, not the Pope, but Trump. There's other people calling the Pope the Antichrist, so let me get back off of that. But you got these politicians and such calling Trump the Antichrist and how we are headed into hell in an extra large handbasket and whatnot. Well, according to the brother Dr. Ray Hagins, man, he has a very good lecture series about the Apostle Paul and is Jesus coming back? Or did Jesus already come back? And that's what was so dope about the flip and the way that he did the lecture. He played it as if, okay, the Bible, in the way it's worded, possibly states that this dude, if he was to come back, already has come back. And he proves throughout using that book itself that if he was to come back, he already has. And if he already has come back, what are we doing? What are we doing, man? What are we doing?
Steady going for the bullshit. That's what we doing.
What are we continuing to perpetrate a fraud for?
Trying to stay comfortable. That's what we doing. Because that's all it is. It's a comfort thing.
Must be.
All it is if you change someone's whole paradigm, it makes them uncomfortable. Because now they're answering the same question that you just asked. What am I doing?
Because this is no different than the voting process. Is Christianity no different than vaccinations? Is it no different than the public school system? I mean, you have to have an inherent
It's no
sense of
different.
trust.
You absolutely correct.
Number one, before you have anything else going into these systems, you have to have an inherent sense of trust. Trusting that, number one, the person that's schooling you is schooling you properly. Number two, they're not lying to you. And number three, they know what the fuck they talking about. And the person taught them and the person taught that person really know and it's very clear as to what's going on and what they teaching, preaching, and prophesizing. Okay? Now, the ultimate prophecy. What is the ultimate prophecy? As we see here today, we have people predict earthquakes, wars, Super Bowls. But the ultimate prophecy, when we born in this motherfucker, is the prophecy of there's a dude. This dude was persecuted, put up, murdered, put in a hole, not a hole, put in a young like cave sort of thing. Big rock put in front of the cave. Couple days went by. Couple ladies named Mary walked up there with a dude. One of his, I can't remember the dude's name. And they said that the fucking thing was moved. One story says that when the thing was moved, it was an angel sitting there waiting on him. Told him what happened. He's gone. Another story said that when it was moved, they actually walked in and said that he was gone. And it's another version of the same story in the same Bible that says it wasn't the ladies, but it was a dude that fucking saw the thing open, talked to the angel, and Jesus is gone and spread the message that he was risen and he was brought back to heaven and all of that.
All of that good shit.
Now, this is a day pre-Facebook, pre-TV, pre-radio, pre-getting the word out fast in the motherfucker. Pre
all that.
So I can see how it could take a long motherfucking time to get a story out that a dude born in a place named Bethlehem escaped out of Bethlehem because the Pharaoh, it was pharaohs around already before this dude was born? Never mind, let's not just pay attention to that part, but the Pharaoh said, we're going to kill all the baby boys because one of these baby boys is supposed to be that dude.
Firstborns, actually.
Yeah, the firstborn
Everyone's
baby boys.
firstborn.
We're getting it. Because from this point on, one of these guys is supposed to be that guy, and he ain't taking my spot. So they sent him, and they sent him out, and they actually sent him to Egypt. And then it's been like 15 years or 20 years, I don't know, but he left, came back to the hood he was born, grabbed up some dudes, about 12 of them, and said, hey, bro, this is the truth right here, we're going to roll with it. Because my father said so. Who's your daddy? The nigga that made you, me, and everything else.
Yeah.
Word,
my nigga.
So he walked around with sandals and no socks on, and they was telling everybody that this dude, Daddy, who made everything, sent him to save them from everything. Save us from everything? Yeah, because you need to be saved, nigga, from yourself. So everybody else was like, nigga, you crazy. Strung him up, killed him. Again, back to the 3 versions of the same story in the Bible, that this dude died, was put in a hole, big ass rock was moved, a couple different people possibly witnessed this or witnessed the after effects, rap with an angel possibly, and spread the word.
All right.
Since that point, this dude ain't came back, ain't popped up, ain't really rap with nobody, except for preachers and stuff, because they talk to God directly through prayer and observation. They can do like Harry Rosenberg and go motherfucking meditate off in a cave.
Booyah.
Because I heard that's what he did to get ready for a lecture against a dude named Polite. It was that serious. He had to go to a cave, he said, meditate for weeks.
Cave.
He specifically said the word cave, which threw me for like, whoa, the cave.
It actually didn't. It just let me know
It didn't
went
throw
home.
me, bro. It's just like,
nigga went home.
why are you saying this on Sinetta TV?
Who
You know who you talking
He won't
to?
let you know I went home.
You know who you talking
Got
to.
my mind together.
He know exactly who he's
So I
talking
can
to.
deal with this nigga. And go home to my caucus roots, brother. And hone in the
You know what I'm saying?
energy
Eat some raw meat.
from my ancestors.
Get naked and feel this cold on my back, grow my hair out a
ain't
little
number
bit.
700 of them. I had to hone in all the energies from all 700 of my ancient ancestors. 700 of us died a year. Goddamn.
So yeah, so man, as the story goes,
What you talking about?
that's what the story is, right? Now, after that story, I guess when he left, he sent the message to somebody saying that, hey, by the way though, on God, I'm coming back.
Oh, Jesus
Now, I know it's been about 2,000 years, but y'all got to go through some things. Because the one thing about life is learning the lesson.
Hello.
And you gonna learn this lesson, Negro. So here's what we gonna do. I'm gonna die. And after I die, even though I got pharaohs and shit already locked in, I'm gonna bring these people who gonna come down and kind of politic with these pharaohs and interbreed and mix just long enough until one of these people can get power. And this mulatto dude named Alexander, no, he wasn't a white boy. There's no way he could have been a white boy. They wouldn't have let just a white boy become just pharaoh. Because it was black pharaohs after him. And they was Cleopatra, I believe. But anywho, this mixed white boy, this Drake, switched the whole game up a couple thousand years ago. And here we are today. Black man, you done been through the ringer. To the point they'll tell you, you're the original man. Everything in existence came from words you are derived from. Period.
I tell you niggas now.
But you ain't shit, though. But guess what? You ain't shit. Your mammy, your granny, your great granny, and the holes in her panties ain't shit. Even though I will tell you out my mouth that the place where you derive from, you is the original creation, one of the greatest places ever in civilization of civilization. But you ain't shit. Now, 2016. Millions of poor people all across this great land of America, are going to put on big funny zoot suits, big hats, pearls, cufflinks, two-tone white and black shoes, possibly a blue and white match, depending on what type of suit you got. If you went to Harold Penner's back in the day or Joe's Clothes before they closed. I did notice Joe's Clothes for sale.
Which one was you rocking?
But when you got your Dobbs, what color did you pick? Was you a Blood back in the day? Was you Orlando Anderson? Or was you Biggie Smalls? You know? I'm just saying. So, the saying goes, and this saying is again by Ray Higgins, man. He who controls the printed page controls the thinking of the age.
Okay.
Now, when this great invention called the printing press was invented, these kings was phenomenized and like, wait a minute, you telling me that the shit I say now, you can put that shit out on a bunch of pieces of this fucking leaf and hand it out to people? And I ain't even got to be traveling and going all over and sending missionaries and all that shit no more? For real? We can just set down a doctrine and lay out some shit and then send it out to people? You know what? Check this out, bro. Holler at this nigga named Gutenberg for me. Gutenberg wrote up this book, right? This book he wrote, he took a lot of fables and fantasies from throughout the planet and the lands, distant and far. And he put our face on it.
Yeah.
And it's so cold, bro, because when you read the book, it make it seem like we created all this shit. And it make it seem like just to actually live a peaceful life, you gotta pray to us. It is the most awesome fucking creation ever. It's called the Gutenberg Bible. Print that shit up, man. It's gonna be the first book we ever fucking print.
Yeah.
And since that day, which was, here, let me give you a date, because y'all like dates and shit. Because Ricky Jones ain't never been the one to just be talking.
That ain't what we into.
But since that fateful day, which marked the Gutenberg Revolution and the age of the printed book, that day came about specifically in this piece of work. I got other chargers, but guess what, y'all? They not right with me. So we gonna do this. We gonna get real. Hold on. Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that? Now we gotta get hood with it. Cause I lost my other charger. But yeah, the Gutenberg Bible, first pressing was 1453. Now, if we do a little math, about 40 years after that, they say it was a dude that came up out of Spain under the reign of Queen Elizabeth, complete fronted and financed, and she sent his ass out with this Gutenberg Bible and said, make it happen. And in 1492, this man went all across the globe along with a bunch of other pirates and told all these native people all across the world that not only did they kill this man named Jesus, what do I mean by that? Because they flipped Bibles. They put other people's names in other Bibles to make it seem like they was the ones that killed Jesus. And if you don't pray to these people, you will feel his wrath.
Booyah.
But that's only in the 1500s. That's ancient history. Fast forward 2016. Most of these churches are going to be filled with black women. It'll be white churches full of white women and black guys.
Yeah.
A lot of different aspects to the motherfucking diaspora. But the one thing will continue to be the same. All of you will continue to stand on what you believe is the fact that there's a dude that's going to come and save you all. He's going to come down, the last Trump or Drumpf, and he's going to come down and save everybody in the twinkling
of an eye. That's all it's going to take is the twinkling.
And grown adults continue
Twinkling of an eye.
to go for that.
Of course.
Now, there are some clips that I can play and I will play today. Those clips will be by Ray Hagan himself.
My man.
Because I can talk about it.
But I'd rather let y'all get
I'd rather let Ray
Sunday,
be about it.
that Sunday church sermon feel
You got to.
with this knowledge. See, sometimes, we so deeply rooted in it that sometimes it just take the same delivery, just a different message. You know what I'm saying? So once somebody switches up the message and get the message going, and they got that old drawl.
So I'm going to play one quick part. This is part 3.
Yeah, so check my man out. Drop this jewel.
This is from the lecture, There Will Be No Rapture.
From the minister.
And Jesus is not coming back.
Okay, well, the things that she's referring to are in previous verses. We'll cover that in a moment. When you see these things come to pass, it goes on to say, know you, I want you to know. This is what he's saying. I want you not think, not believe, not assume. I want you to know that the kingdom of God is what?
Nigh at hand.
Nigh. What is another word for nigh, y'all?
Near.
Thank you. The kingdom of God is near. It's at hand. So right off the bat it's telling you that nigh or at hand means now. It ain't 2,000 years. It ain't 2010. It's not in 2012. What is that thing? December what? We got these folk that's crazy, think everything gonna happen in 2012. No. It's now. Not in 2000 something. Now, nigh at hand. Go ahead, read.
Verily I say unto you.
Another word for verily is truly. In other words, I'm telling y'all this. Rest assured that what I'm saying to you, go ahead.
This generation shall not pass away.
What generation?
This generation.
Okay, now let me show y'all where we mess up here. And I want you to be able to show this to people you're trying to reach. We make the mistake of interpreting what's said from the perspective of the reader and not from the speaker. So when it says this generation, it's not talking about this generation of those of us reading it. It's talking about this generation of the speaker. The speaker is saying this generation. For example, if I was to say to y'all, this generation's crazy. Why would you think I'm talking about a generation that's going to read or watch this DVD 50 years from now? You follow what I'm saying? If you watch this DVD 100 years from today and I say this generation's crazy, I'm not talking about that generation that's watching the DVD at that time. In like manner, it's not talking about the generation that's reading this at this time. It's talking about the generation to whom he was speaking at that time. This generation shall what?
Not pass away.
Everybody say the people living at that time. Come on, talk to me. The people living at that time would not die until what? he said happened. Are y'all clear? Now, notice what he says in verse 33. What does he say?
Heaven and earth shall pass away.
In other words, this is what he's saying, y'all. Heaven and earth will pass away before what I said doesn't happen. Got that? Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my words, which I have spoken unto you, will not pass away. Now, he clearly says to his audience in no uncertain terms, then this is no casual remark. Incidentally, this same reported saying of solemn assurance is repeated identically. Turn to Matthew now, please. Matthew, the 24th chapter, verse 34 and 35. Let me get my Bible up here too, because I want to cover some more stuff in Matthew 24. Matthew, the 24th chapter, verse 34 and 35. Would you read it, please?
Verily I say unto you.
Notice he says it again. Verily. Now, you guys making notes of these verses? Okay, because see, you got to be able to share this with people. Verily, I say unto you what?
This generation shall not pass.
This generation shall not pass until, go ahead,
Till all these things be fulfilled.
till all these things be fulfilled. What does it say next?
Heaven and earth shall pass away.
It says it again, y'all. The sky will cease to exist. The earth will cease to exist before what I said to you does not come to pass. In other words, he's saying, y'all, you can take this to the bank. It's going to be a bounce check, though, I'm telling you now. If you try to take this to the bank, it's going to bounce. Now, since you're in Matthew 24, let's do some looking at what it says here, okay? Turn to the, let's see here. Look at, let's go to verse 3. What does it say?
24 and 3.
Yes, verse 3. Now, y'all follow this well. What does it say?
And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives.
As he sat upon the Mount of Olives. Now, of course, who's he here?
Jesus.
Talk to me, y'all. Who's he?
Jesus.
Jesus, right? Sitting on the Mount of Olives. As he sat upon the Mount of Olives, what happened?
The disciples came unto him.
The disciples came to him. Now, see again, what is your platform of base of operation here? You are talking to people who believe every word of what you're reading right now.
Hold on. I gotta pause that for a second. And I hope y'all can hear it. I hope y'all picked that up well. If you didn't, please go to YouTube. Ray Hagen's There Will Be No Rapture and Jesus Is Not Coming Back Part 3. I tell you to go to Part 3 specifically because from beginning to end, out of all the portions of it, that's the main portion where he's going to hit you with a lot of Bible verses telling you specifically that in the Bible it states that if this is the real deal, and this is going to happen when these people come kill me. The words of Jesus Christ himself. When these people kill me, no fret. Because my dude, I will be right back. And I'm going to come get all y'all. Now, mind you, during that time, he's being persecuted. How many followers could he possibly have? Sounds very cultish. You got 100 people, 200 people, 400 people? How populated is the city of Bethlehem at this time? 2,020 years ago or whatever it is. 2,000 something years ago. How old are these people? So this dude who's been running around with some cats telling everybody what his daddy done told him, who was God himself, who made the birds, bees, flowers, and trees, and them goddamn dust, the dirt, because we are in a desert type of area. He made all this shit. When these dudes come grab me up, dog, do not worry, bro. I'll be right back.
Don't trip.
He says that
I'll be back in a minute.
the coming is nigh. It's near. Be happy that it's near because, damn it, when it all goes down,
That's what 9 means.
you're slotted in, bro. I got spots for you in this motherfucking heavenly abode. All this information is being pulled directly out of the Bible, whether King James, New NIV, New Edition, Bobby Brown Classic Edition, Johnny Gill Sings Gospel Edition. Don't matter which version of this you get. When you get to them Matthew, Mark, Luke, John's, the Gospels, all written by a dude named Paul, they say. Every single one of them joints, at the end of the day, come from the perspective of one person telling you from one viewpoint what other people are saying and doing. And that's accepted thoroughly throughout the church. There's another lecture Ray Higgins has where he says these people's being real about themselves. They'll call themselves Paulinians. Because they're worshiping for the words of fucking Paul anyway, the apostle. I'm gonna let Ray talk a little bit longer.
A little more knowledge.
You are using their book. In fact, when you share with them, when you try to reach them, use their Bible. Don't use your Bible. Because see, when you start showing them stuff, they're going to say, I want to see that in my Bible. Because something wrong with your Bible. So use their Bible, okay? Notice the third verse again. What does it say?
The disciples came unto him privately.
The disciples came unto him privately,
saying,
tell us, listen carefully, y'all. Tell us what?
When shall these things be?
When shall these things be? And what else?
And what shall be the sign of thy coming?
What shall be the sign of what?
Thy coming.
What shall be the sign of thy coming?
And of the end of the world.
And of the end of the world. So they was talking 2012 stuff back then. You got what I'm saying, folks? We've always been preoccupied with this end of the world mess. Every generation got another date that is going to happen. Now, it says plainly, tell us, what's going to be the sign of your coming and the end of the world? What is it going to say?
And Jesus answered and said unto them,
Okay, y'all get ready, because here's where it starts getting painful. It starts getting very painful. To those of you who are watching me right now, to those who are watching on the internet, I repeat to you, I am not trying to be...
I want y'all to really listen, please. And you see why the brother Ray is telling you, man, listen, I ain't trying to rile no feathers. I'm just trying to let y'all know that this Bible itself says something that they never read on Easter Sunday.
Insensitive. I am not trying to hurt you. I'm not trying to cause you pain. I'm simply showing you what the Bible says. You just never been taught to see it this way. And Jesus answered and said unto them what?
Take heed that no man deceive you.
Listen, people, I'm getting ready to ask y'all a question. Who was he talking to?
His disciples.
Who? His disciples. He wasn't talking to you sitting in this room. He was talking to his disciples. It clearly says, and his disciples came and asked him questions. And he said unto them, not to you. Brother Witherspoon, he'd say this to you. Deacon McDonald, he ain't said to you either. Eddie Long, no, he didn't say it to him. T.D. Jakes knows it too. Creflo Dollar knows it too. They already know what I'm saying. That's some deep stuff, man. And yet they stand up and okay, let's go ahead. He said unto them what?
For many shall
No, you missed the part. Take heed.
Take heed that no man deceive you.
Take heed that no man deceive you. Who is you in this verse? Thank you. Say it again. The disciples. He wasn't saying, Brady, take heed, don't nobody deceive you. He wasn't talking to us. Talking to the disciples. He's saying to the disciples. See, a lot of preachers today try to use this verse to say you got to be careful. The Bible said don't let nobody deceive you. The Bible wasn't saying that to you. He's talking to the disciples. He says to the disciples, now listen, y'all. James, Peter, Thomas, Thomas, I want you guys to understand. Andrew, I want y'all to understand. I don't want you guys to be deceived. Are y'all grabbing this? Now, what was he concerned about in this literature? What was he concerned about? Deceived about what, Minister Stewart?
It says, for many shall come in my name.
Uh-oh. Go ahead.
Saying, I am Christ.
Now, here's what preachers do today. You know the Bible said the folk gonna come along claiming to be Christ. Look at somebody next to you and say, that is not what that says. If you look at that verse carefully, it says, for many shall come in my name, right?
Saying, I am Christ.
Saying, I am Christ. Y'all still, some of you still didn't catch it. It does not say, many will come in my name claiming to be Christ. That's not what it says. What it says is, many will come in my name or as my representatives saying that I am Christ. You got it that time, huh? And do what?
And
shall deceive many. I've already messed some folk up right there. Because according to Matthew 24, verse 5, it clearly says people are going to come along teaching that Jesus is Christ and deceive a lot of people. How many of y'all see that there? I repeat, it does not say many will come along claiming to be Christ and deceive people. Besides, let's do some, come on y'all, let's just think for a moment. Why would he have to be concerned about 12 guys who've been following him every day for 3 years being deceived by somebody claiming to be him? Brady, last thing I have to concern myself with is somebody standing up.
If y'all don't understand that, just real briefly, I'm going to let him go on for his last couple minutes, and then we're going to continue our thing. But basically, the shit says people going to come along saying, I am Christ. People take that as saying, oh, don't, man, be worried people come along saying they Jesus, or they Christ, or they a Savior or something. No. Understand context of wording. The translation states that people will come along teaching that I am Christ, that he is Christ. And obviously, he's telling people who've been with him all these years. You don't have to worry about somebody else claiming to be Jesus because they've been with this dude all these years. Can't nobody run up and say they him. But somebody can run up and say, hey man, Jesus is the Savior. No, because I think Jesus went along his whole thing saying he ain't. This is his Father. You gotta go through his Father. Everything through me is through my Father. Nothing comes before me, before my Father. At least that much, Jesus acknowledged more than anything that there is a God and a precedent more than him.
He did that.
So if there was a prophet or a savior or a person that walked this earth named Jesus, the only thing he professes there is a God above that you need to fucking claim and hold on to because he created everything goddamn down here. So hey, now all the stuff about God giving him the power to walk on water, turn the blind into the not blind, turn the lame into the unlame, hey, that's for you to decide. But the simple fact is,
that's for you to decide.
Even he admitted that he ain't that dude. Go on, Ray.
Here, other than me, saying I'm Ray Higgins. I mean, think about it. Why would I have to say, y'all, take heed that you be not deceived? Because somebody gonna come along standing up here claiming to be Ray Higgins. That don't make any sense. If you was deaf, dumb, and blind, you'd still know it wasn't me. Right? Because my lips wouldn't say, yeah, buddy. So the last thing he was concerned about is somebody claiming to be him. What he's actually saying is people are going to come along teaching that he is Christ and deceive a lot of people. Now let me ask you all a question. The person that you're talking to, here's the question you want to ask them. Are people teaching that Jesus is Christ? All right off the bat, we got a problem.
Again, that's Ray Hagins. There will be no rapture. Now, what are we doing? Are we really waiting for that twinkling moment? I know there are people waiting. I know there are people thinking it's coming sooner than later.
My mother and grandmother are going to be dying, are going to die waiting.
I would have been one of the motherfuckers dying waiting, prophesizing, doing all that. A lot of people. What are we doing? Now, look at that fact. That causes a lethargy throughout the community. That will cause a young man, 16, 17, 18, to say, hey, I don't need to be worrying about bettering myself or black empowerment, all this other shit people talking about, because one day, in the twinkling of an eye, anyway, I'm going to be saved from all this.
Shit's over with.
I'm be saved from all of this. Now, we can go into all the saviors pre-Jesus. I think I will, actually. Because there's a lot of other religions across this planet way older than this current Western philosophy of Christianity. A lot of these religions don't really particularly say there's some savior that's coming back, but a lot of them do say there is a heaven that you can gain access to through works on this planet.
You can make it.
But something's got to give. And you see the paradigm shift. You see the shift. No one's becoming new. I ain't gonna say no one, but there ain't many new pastors and deacons. I'm pretty sure Bible school or Bible college registration has dropped dramatically over the last decade. I'm sure people going into the monasteries and whatnots. I'm sure all of that enrollment has dropped in the last 20 years. We see an abundance of loose women, homosexuals, broken couples, degenerates, liars, thieves, molesters. We see all of this in one fucking major function, which is the church.
Pretty much.
All of it.
All of that shit is in there. Rampant.
Now, being that the American church is a government-run entity, anything that the government totally accepts must be accepted in these churches. So that same pastor who 30 years ago wouldn't allow a sissy to be in his church now has several of them in prominent positions throughout the church. And he could sit there at the end of the day and say, I allow this because we can change these people. We can change them. But that same person is waiting for the same thing you're waiting for. That twinkling of an eye moment. I'll leave that up to you to decide if it's going to happen or not. But in the meantime, I'm not going to allow myself to continue to wait.
I'm cool.
What I will do, though,
Y'all go ahead.
is continue to study, read, research,
Y'all can go ahead without me.
and dwell in truth. We live in a great time. We live in a time where not only all the truth is exposed, but all the lies are exposed as well. So that's why I say, I leave it to you to make the decision to live a certain way. Not forcing my beliefs on nobody, because at this point, I don't really have many beliefs. I don't believe shit. I know some stuff.
I know a few things.
I know a lot. I don't believe a damn thing, and I tell my children, don't believe a damn thing. Who is this person to tell you anything? Who are they? The man who runs the church that I was raised in, and I didn't start going to church till I was about 9, I think. 9, and it was an indirect thing. My parents was looking for a daycare for my little brother. And just so happened that these people who ran a daycare ran a church. And suddenly we was going to church. But this gentleman a few years ago when I was in the hospital, I guess at my lowest point, could have died or something. But when I was there in this hospital, he handed me a book. Now, he's never really handed me any literature. And I would assume if he handed me some, it would have something to do with Christianity directly.
Mm-hmm.
This is a very indirectly Christian book. It was about Christianity and its roots in Rosicrucianism. The book started off speaking on how the Masonic orders of Europe came over to the United States early, and come to find out that these Indians and blacks who were over here already knew the same handshakes and the same symbols and the same signs, and they couldn't figure out why. So, I mean, it started off as really an acknowledgement of brotherhood prior to your Thanksgivings and all this and all that.
Right.
They understood that, hey, these people ain't no dummies. But again, he who controls the printed page controls the thinking of the age. And if these people could convince you that, hey, we met these dumbass people one day who make everything out of corn and buffalo to eat with us and give us all their fucking land for beads and maize and frankincense and myrrh, then you can believe that. Hard to believe it, though, because there was lots of people over there on this side of this young thing we call Earth. This oval, or this whatever you want to call it. According to B.O.B., it's shaped more like one of the new Frisbees they got. What? Great. Now go read a book or do your homework. Sneaking in the room. Like, I hear all you. That.
Daddy, can we put outside now?
No. So, there's two questions. Anywho, don't believe the hype, because the hype ain't real.
Yeah, man. 'Cause the shit gets funky and sour sometimes.
Sour, bruh?
Sour.
I want to play something else real quick, and I don't know if playing this will get me flagged again for copyright infringement or some shit. But I don't care, because I want to play this particular clip, because it's great. Jeremiah Kamara, he's a gentleman who does a series called Slave Sermons on these internets. He also has a movie out called Contradiction. It's a DVD. Contradiction is a great movie. It's about all the contradictions in American society, even though we claim to be a Christian nation. Great film. He's an atheist. Now, I don't completely believe in everything he believes in, but that's neither here nor there because his information is solid. I don't have to believe shit because, as I told you, I don't believe nothing. I just want to play...
it's all about the no, baby.
I want to play one quick clip from the Slave Sermons, man. And it's just great. I might even play two of them because they're pretty cool. This is called Broken Record Preaching, is what he titled it. Most churches around this nation are headed by gentlemen who aren't the most eloquently spoken. You do come across some guys who did attain education and they speak very well, and their speech has to be well because the way they verbalize really supersedes their lack of character, personality, trust, faith, and other things.
And whatnot.
And other things. You dig? So, broken record preaching. You can pretty much go in any church. At this point, black or white, if there's a Bible in the building, and pretty much hear the same thing, the gospel.
Yeah.
So we're going to play this quick clip called Broken Record Preaching. This is Jeremiah Kamara. Same old song, episode 23 of the Slave Sermons. And that's just the intro, so I'll skip through that part.
I was born and raised in Cincinnati, Ohio. That's me holding the glove with my left arm.
This is probably pretty low.
That's the old church I attended. You know, not much has changed in terms of what I heard back then in church and what's being preached today. If the goal is to get better, then when do we actually graduate? You know, in order for preachers to be successful, they have to stick with the familiar stuff that produces the emotional responses they're looking for. Here are some classic examples. You and I serve a God, amen, that's been God from the beginning. And he'll be God in the end.
and he'll be God at the end. God knows
What you're going through.
what you're going through. Now, I really don't know what you're going through this morning, but whatever it is, there is nothing
Nothing's too hard for my God.
too hard for my God. I'm not all that I ought to be,
But I thank God I'm not what I used to be.
but I thank God I'm not what I used to be.
But I found him to be a doctor in the sick room.
He's a lawyer in the courtroom.
I found him to be a lawyer in the courtroom.
And the teacher in the classroom.
What did you learn that was absolutely new? What did I learn that was absolutely new?
What are you learning in church?
Absolutely new.
That's the question that I end with there. We have been having Resurrection Sunday our whole lives. There's not none of you walking this earth now, breathing. I don't care what religion or what practice you practice. If you walk these damn United States, there's been a Resurrection Sunday in your life. What new did you learn? If you take the first 5 years of you going to church and wrote down everything you learned, you're a preacher. You're a preacher. Because you got everything you need, an arsenal to preach for the next 40 years of your life. Because every 5 years, all you got to do is just go back 5 years before.
Yep.
Here's the other thing about it. 4 times out of the year, you can preach the same exact thing. You got your Easter, you got your Thanksgiving, you got your Christmas, and there's one particular day where every probably third Sunday you can get this off. Family and Friends Day. Where you ain't really got to do much of nothing. Let everybody else fucking join the show.
Y'all know it's needed.
You got your mime dancer. You got your resurrection. So I saw some sick shit. I saw one day y'all made a little child dress up as Jesus with a fake cross and walk down the aisle. I thought that was the sickest thing I ever seen, dog, at the moment I saw it a couple years ago. And I know everybody's emotional about it. They Jesus, man. But that's sickening to recreate someone's death over and over again in your heart, mind, and soul with the outlook that that person's death is your salvation.
Yeah, that's quite sad.
That's what you're banking on. The fact someone went, and not only was it a death, it was the most horrific possible death you can think of. Why didn't he just get like guillotined or something? Or I don't even know what else was stoned. I mean, so many people got stoned. I thought that was just the way to go. But no, they came up with something special for this dude.
Yeah.
So symbolic, so sick, so demonic. And year in,
So sick.
it's
So demonic.
dude, it's disgusting. A crucifixion, bro.
Yeah.
The 8-point star incarnate,
Yeah, it was pretty horrible.
but it's only 4, and then you put Jesus on it, and then you got. But never mind. Shout out to Leonardo da Vinci for showing y'all what that really looked like. But it boggles my mind. Y'all don't even celebrate the deaths of your family members in this fashion. Once a year, I see certain things happen in the hood. And these people, to me, have more faith and endurance than the people who go to church every Sunday. I know 2 particular spots where someone was murdered. And every year, a couple times a year, so it looks like it might be a birthday, maybe something else happened in the family, maybe it was their dad, but every year in these 2 particular spots, I always see an abundance of bears and flowers, and people look at that and be like, that's so ghetto. Why are they celebrating somebody's death? They putting bears and posters and t-shirts and names. All the while, y'all do it once a year and spend $1 billion in the process doing the same exact thing. But in reverse, you think that that person's death is your salvation. These people are acknowledging that that person's at least gone. And they won't be forgotten.
That's what they doing.
At least the fact
they showing acknowledgement.
Acknowledgement.
And honor to a person's life.
With nothing that can come out of it. The person can't come back And be like, if I do this hard enough, we do this for 30 years straight, eventually we'll have an hour where he'll come back and be able to talk with us and see his daughter again and do all that. Because that's how the world works.
Right.
This book told us that if you do that, 30 years later, you get an hour with your dead loved one. But no, that sounds nuts and insane. What doesn't sound nuts and insane is once a year, on the vernal equinox, on the first full moon, on the first Sunday after that, y'all motherfuckers get together to celebrate the death and resurrection of a Christ that in his own words stated he already came back. And there will be people who will be preaching that I am Christ. Do not be deceived by those. Matthew 20. What am I doing? What am I doing? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you are. You know who else is doing him? That brother in that aisle. Who was hitting that wave. Hitting that wave. hitting that wave. Dude had the audacity to start breakdancing in church. And I thought he was the realest person there. Wow. Because the night before, if he was doing that same thing at the marquee and Pastor Johnson drove by, that nigga be walking the other way. But it's cool Sunday morning. Because I'm going to give him $20 and get this off. Drink this grape juice, eat these stale crackers, give this nigga $20 and get this off. Sister Cora here today? Huh? Because she owe me $20. From bingo night last week.
She owe me $20.
Bingo night. Nigga. Bingo night. Gambling. The church people do. Oh, that's not gambling? Putting that money on for all them goddamn cards and diving them cards and then somebody walks away with some money. That ain't gambling. Church. Say amen.
Amen.
My granny used to take boat trips with church people to go gambling. That was the only time she associated with these folk. My granddaddy went a lot. He was a deacon, a pastor, a president of the Honor Society, a mayoral fucking nominee, all of that. You go up in the Hayden household, you're going to hear a whole lot of this. Lord, let me be. I'm like, who's do like this slave? I'm just playing, granddaddy. You know, make a car break down or something. But no, Grandpa used to hit it. Oh Lord, take me down to the valley of the King. Lord, oh Grandpa, what's happening over there in your chair? Woo, he feeling it today, nigga. That white man got on his goddamn nerves. See, I understand Jesus lovers in the 60s because you needed Jesus. You needed Jesus in 1964. Nigga, if you ain't had nothing in 64, you had Jesus.
Right.
I understand. Believe you me, I'd probably been a deacon. Because at least motherfuckers would leave the church and have a story like Steve Harvey told on his comedy special. We used to go to the bake sales. And Sister Cora was like, that motherfucker deacon such and such. That let him know, hey, it's real people in the church. Y'all don't have that no more. Everybody's stunting.
It's real people.
Sister Cora didn't give a shit what nobody thought about her. Sister Cora ain't in the church no more. You got Miss Mary in the church.
Part of that shit.
I don't know shit about Miss Mary other than she just always smiles and has nice hats. Well, guess what? She drinks Jack straight and her husband beats her. That's why he don't come to church and she wears glasses.
Bullet. All right, every Sunday, she got them dark shades on. Y'all know which ones we talking about.
I'm just saying, bro.
And y'all be in the choir stand whispering about it, doing service.
Man, if I didn't love the
y'all know
people
what type of life y'all live.
I could tell all my stories of growing up in the church. But I wouldn't do that. I saw what the church turned people into. Oh, what you mean the church turned people into? Well, here's the thing. These people's lives was the church. I grew up in a church that was just starting. Meaning that the building they got now, I was there during all the collection phase, the upgrade phase, from the basement to the living room, to renting a fucking spot in the mall, in the strip mall, to finding a little old daycare building. The whole shit. I watched the building fund go from $1,000 to $100,000 and couldn't figure it out. What I did notice was the members is becoming quite the earners in this motherfucker. There's some lowly folks from the hood, and now all of a sudden niggas is working at Bowen and McDonnell Douglas. How they get these North County niggas in here?
Right.
You offering spots. I see. You offering spots. You got a chair for somebody right up there next to you, don't you?
Okay. Okay. I see.
Okay. It's all good.
Hey, man, I got that the
But guess what? That don't mean nothing. That ain't Jesus' work. That's the devil. Question about the devil, though. Because it seemed like he's like 100-0 or 1,000,000. When he gonna take his L, y'all? It's like, whoa, what are you just go straight?
They did that.
Oh, that's fucked up. Is that the same one?
Oh, I got the
That's the same one we got?
No.
Oh. But all I'm saying is,
Disconnection.
when is he gonna catch that L, man? I ain't seen the devil catch no L's. Yeah, that happens.
I don't know, man.
I'm waiting for the day to see Lucifer catch that one. But it seems like he's winning.
Like
He got all the entertainers. It seems like all the entertainers, he got them. All the politicians got him. All the world leaders got him. I don't never hear nobody showing me them 100,000 just straight powerful Jesus freaks that's running the country called G-Sania or something. Or Germania. Niggas be griefing. It just seems like, man, your boy JC be taking some L's, man. It's like all his wins come after people die.
I don't get it. He's supposed to be a winner.
I believe he's a winner, man. I mean, he's attained numerous souls. He got people in Zimbabwe right now. If I go on Periscope, this is one thing about Periscope. Every time I click on a spot in Africa, it's a church service. I've been thinking it's going to be somebody just walking around like, ooh, I can see African people walking around. No, it's a church service. From Zimbabwe to Rhodesia.
And by the way, they still shouting.
It's hilarious though. Watch. Hold on. Matter of fact, I'm gonna play a clip. I'm gonna play a clip.
You niggas still shouting, jumping around, looking like some goddamn.
That was a brother that told this lady that there was demons in her feet. Is this it?
Bitch, you got demons in
And because they had demons in their feet, they couldn't wear underwear and they had to drink gasoline, eat grass. Like, I thought it was fake. I gotta find it. It's hilarious. It's hilarious, y'all. I mean, here you go. Here go the brother right here. This guy's name is the show is Emmanuel TV, and it's out of Africa. Okay. And this brother here convinced all these women that they got demonic feet, they got to drink gas, eat grass, and they can't wear drawers in the front row.
I can hear breakthrough. I said I can hear breakthrough.
There are hundreds of people in this church, and he hears a breakthrough. He just like Adam and Eve heard God's heard
breakthrough.
He said they heard the voice of God. What was it? It was something weird. They saw the voice of God. Something crazy. Anyway.
My business breakthrough. My family breakthrough. My finances.
So that's him. And I'm going to get to the part where he starts dealing with these people. He started bringing these people in, man. He got this dude, right, that walks around with a microphone looking like Bokeem Woodbine or something. And he just put the microphone in people's face. And he say, nigga, it's demons come in our kingdom knowingly, unknowingly, all the time. If you don't see the light, you're going to lose, bro. And then you got to go up and give your money.
So, this is fuel.
So he's got a bottle of water, right? Okay? He's pouring the water in a bowl in front of him.
I will close this one because fuel, when it comes in contact with flames, it burns.
It's I'm sorry, it's fuel in a water bottle. I didn't mean to say water in a water bottle. Is that what I said? Yeah, but he's got fuel. He calls it fuel. Gasoline in a water bottle. He pours it in the bowl. He's about to make these ladies walk up in the name of Jesus and drink this gaseline up out the bowl. Now he's going to show you gasoline because he lights it on fire.
Let me put it away. Do you know why? I brought a message to them that were thinking that this fuel is juice. If you can look at that fuel, it looks like apple juice, but it's not. I want to prove to you with the flame that will burn here that it is evident enough for you to have faith.
So yeah, he burns it. They're speaking a bunch of French, and then these crazy... Okay, so they come drinking the shit, and then they start doing this dance. And the dance is retarded, because it looks like they're doing the Dougie. And they turning up. But she said it's sweet. It's not sweet. It burns. And here comes another turn-up artist. And it's ridiculous. But anyway, this goes on every Sunday in our great motherland of Africa, because the devil's winning. If there is a devil, he's winning. And no doubt Trump knows this.
Yeah. No doubt, baby.
The Trump man himself.
My man got him on speed dial.
Man, I'm telling you, got the boy right there. He's got the boy right there.
I hits him up. I raps to him. We politics. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so, again, you can go spend your money how you want. All I got to say is, y'all know what it is by now. Like, you can keep allowing yourself to think that every little good thing in your life was done by a greater being. But there are greater people than you doing greater things who don't believe in no being at all. And they're just doing shit. Now, what is that? Oh, it's the devil? I would hope not. I just think it's a person just doing shit, not getting caught up and going somewhere every Sunday spending their money.
Right out.
This is no disrespect to those who do it.
Because I've saved a bunch of money by switching to Geico. I've saved tons of dollars by switching to Geico. I advise y'all to check out their rates. They pretty nice.
You can hook yourself up. The most interesting man in the world uses Geico.
That's all I'm saying.
If you didn't know.
Besides those Eckies.
If you didn't know. But yeah, man. Shout out DJ S and Ryan C.
Shout out to all the melanated guys and goddesses.
The show is Wednesday. Doing the showcase Wednesday. We'll be featuring a song called Is It In You?
Yeah.
I'm going to be spitting that crack to these ladies and these gentlemen. And hopefully it gets into them. And then we'll be taking this next trip and walking away with the prize. But I know one thing that's going to happen is someone will be impacted. And we shall gain new listeners and followers of the light. Shout out to this rapper that be rapping. And John put him on Twitter and said, hey man, this nigga tight. And so they tweeted and retweeted him. And the funny part about that is he didn't even know he was on Twitter. Because he posted it on Facebook.
Wow.
So this dude is an active Twitter follower. He's on there. He's got thousands of posts, obviously, because everything he posts on Facebook goes on Twitter. So start using a new hashtag other than IGAS. But I'm pretty sure you got a lot of people who liked it. Because that's a popular hashtag. Yeah. IJS.
That's why I switched it. Because everybody started biting it once I started saying it. So now I just put as you were.
Yeah.
Look for my hashtag as you were on Twitter. Taper Gang. At Taper Gang.
We like to be trending. At Taper Gang number 4 life.
I think so.
That's what gangsters do. They use numbers in their name, like E40 or like Be Real.
What did you say? What did you say?
I beg your pardon.
You said what? No. What did you say?
Excuse me.
What did you say?
Shout out to Be Real, man.
What did you say? What was that? What did you say?
Yeah, man. Hey, shout out to African churches all over, man. You know, these people, like, they need Jesus. Because they ain't got nothing else. So, I mean, shit. Get something cracking in your life. Shout out to Techno Music. And all techno DJs worldwide. YouTube ain't my friend no more, man. Yo, so let's see. I don't know why, but my battery life is getting low up on this device, and it don't seem like it want to charge. So we got a little while left in this show. We've been going a strong hour and such. I want to give a quick shout out to Soulja Boy, wherever you are.
Yeah, because he went in life. He's getting tattoos removed off his face.
Yeah. Shout out to him wherever he is.
Hey, you gotta make grown man decisions at some point.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Bruce Franks Jr.
He's not getting the tattoos removed off his face.
No.
And he's running for the House of Representatives.
Yep.
Why? He's a fucking bud.
He's a representative too.
And he represents for the city. Put on.
Yep.
Vote for my nigga.
Shout out to Bobby Shmurda. I think he's getting bail soon.
What? Somebody finally went on up and got the joint?
No, he's just getting a hearing.
Oh, okay.
But he is getting a hearing though. So somebody actually gonna act like they're gonna listen to him, and then they're gonna say no. So yeah, that's happening. My whole thing about the whole Shmurda situation is, I mean, he made a song. Like, and then they put him out there. Yeah, popcorn or something goofy. Then they put him out there. And then he got into his situation, but he was already doing that. Like, he could have got into his situation way before he got out there.
Yeah.
So, did he get into the situation because he got out there? Or is he out there because he got in the situation? You hear what I'm saying?
I'm following you.
You following me? Or you following me?
I'm following you. Bro.
Yeah.
I'm following you. Bro.
That's a heavy question to me, man, because this dude's bought and paid for by somebody. And being 19 or something, if somebody walked up to you and told you, look, you'll be set for the rest of your life, just go through with this shit. We're going to say that you like the biggest gangster in America and shit, and y'all got all the guns and all the dope and all the dope and all the guns. We're going to put you up in this little prison and shit. You ain't got no people, no family, and niggas going to kill you anyway, so you'll be safe. You'll be eating decent. You'll still be in the media. People be talking about you for the next 2 years still, even though Hot Nigga was it, and other songs have came and went, and there's other new dances. But people still doing you, because we're going to make sure that they keep doing you. And you'll get out eventually, and when you do get out, we going to make a killing, bro. You'll get out by the time you're 22, 23, or 30.
Right.
You with that? You with that? Because is he in this situation because he's a hot nigga? Or is he a hot nigga because he's in the situation?
Boom.
That's all I'm saying. Shout out to Mac. Mac was supposed to get out this year, I think. Is he released? Let's see. What did the Google tell me? Mac, No Limit, release date. And according to the Google machine, it is telling me that the rapper Mac may become a free man. This was as of January 2015. So I'm looking for a very updated article. Not that article. So let's see what the Google machine tells me. By the way, if you didn't know, rapper Mac was charged with first-degree murder in the shooting of a kid outside of a club. For whatever reason it happened. And why did it happen? Because cats be hanging around their homies still from the hood. It should be happening. So let's see.
These niggas be keeping it real.
Google machine ain't telling me much. By the way, if y'all didn't know, McKinley Mac Phillips Jr. has a Facebook page. Let's see what his Facebook page says. Let's see, McKinley Mac Phillips Jr. It's bigger than hip hop. Okay, Mac just shared a link as of yesterday. Is it possible Mac is out of prison and on Facebook? Let me see.
Possibility.
Okay. I'm gonna take a look. I see pictures. I see him sharing Injustice exhibition. But then I also see a picture of somebody in jail from March 5th. March 5th. Okay, so it says as of February this year, he was still in jail. Let's see. Okay, I guess I'm assuming that Mac is still in prison. Let me double check this. Yeah, man. Looks like he's still in prison, still serving his 30-year sentence for shooting somebody after a club show. Well, hopefully Mac's free soon. He does have a mother that loves him. She painted a picture of him. It was a very excellent painting. I enjoyed that painting. Shout out to all the political prisoners. And shout out to Cuba. Obama will be visiting Cuba soon. He'll be the first president in 64 years, I believe, to be visiting the lovely island of Cuba. I'm pretty sure he'll be getting high as hell and enjoying the sights and sounds that Cuba has to offer, and pretty much laying and staking his claim as being the president of the world. Yeah, I'm just throwing that out there. Yeah, man, I saw a conspiracy theory on the internet. This conspiracy says that Hillary Clinton will either have a brain aneurysm or a lung infection and pass away prior to the election.
But she will be replaced
with Trump.
And no one will ever know.
Yeah. No, she's going to die for real, they say. Her clone is really going to be exonerated from life. He'll be released from life. Yeah, so that's what they're saying on the internet.
So basically, they're going to pull the plug on the Hillary clone.
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
You know, because the real Hillary died in 1984.
The same year as Oprah.
Yeah. And Mike.
Shout out to conspiracy theories. Oprah, Hillary, Bill Cosby, and Michael Jackson. All the Jordan, Tyson, all of them. Now, I know that Michael Jordan today is a clone. Don't no man look like that many years after being what he was. Hakeem Olajuwon still look like. And then they act like when athletes retire, they retire like at an old age and then get old. These niggas be like 50. These niggas be 50. Dennis Rodman still look like Dennis Rodman. How Michael Jordan looks so different. He's fatter, blacker, funnier looking. His head's shaped different. But when you got to take age drugs, I mean, that's what happens. Look at Magic. What? What did I just throw out there? Did I say MJ has AIDS? I don't know. Fuck them shoes. Stupid niggas. But everybody buys Jordans, do they? Are you sure? What if they did that with like other items? Like just kept re-releasing an old version? Like what if Sony kept dropping like tape deck Walkmans every 6 months or so and people ran out and spent $1,000 for a tape deck Walkman and came with an 8 cassette collection of New Kids on the Block, MC Hammer, and Melissa Etheridge, and Creed, Sting, the KC of the Sunshine Band, Kool and the Gang, and Earth, Wind & Fire's second album. Would people go out and buy that? Would they buy that? They buy Jordans.
I think I would.
They buy old ass Jordans. What if a Sheila E. album came out every 5 years? The same album. And would people line up for it? Only 100 copies was released. Exclusive Sheila E. This is throwback, right? You talking about throwback. So I'm saying. What if they took all the Chuck Taylors off the market and just released them every 5 years for $1,000 a pair? They only sold them for 24 hours. every 5
They
years.
can do it.
Like, why don't nobody else catch on to this Jordan phenomenon? Did he patent this marketing strategy? Because no one else does it. Car companies are starting to get hip. Hey, let's just revamp this old ass car, put all the shitty parts back inside of it and sell it as a Challenger or a Charger or the Regal or the Monte Carlo. I want that new Lincoln Town car. That shit is man. That is a American-made, stout, German strutted and conformed Belgian transmission having vehicle. Japanese spark plugs. Ain't nothing made in America but ratchetness. Reality shows ain't even made here. That's a British thing. Shout out to Canada. Build that wall.
Get that pop.
Build that fucking wall. No more Drakes.
Pop.
No more Drakes. Ain't sending no more. I'm adamant about this. I mean, we got enough. We got Steph Curry, Blake Griffin, Boris Kojo. We got enough of our own problems to be trying to deal with a Drake. That's dead? Okay, thank you. Yeah, man. Shout out to everyone else out there with school-age children. It's spring break. Starting Monday, I'm about to take this museum tour. We're going to be hitting up every museum in the metropolitan area, no matter how big or small. Then we're going to start off with the Contemporary Museum of Art. We haven't been there yet. Because contemporary means up-to-date. And I don't like up-to-date shit. I like old shit.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Because the old shit's the real shit.
Yeah, I like the old shit.
That's why you like it.
Or it's the lie. It's either the real or the lie. But I like the old shit. Because then I can figure it out. But these contemporary art museums be having shit like 7 cardboard boxes and some White Castle packs and 2 ketchup packs on top of some pallets and an ice tray. And calling shit art. What is this shit? They had one shit, it was an exhibit, it was advertising. Come down and see the new art exhibit. It was literally a projector plugged up outside, shooting the word art on the side of the building. It wasn't colorful, it wasn't 3D, it didn't have graphical quality of any nature. It was a 480p word art on the side of the goddamn thing. Resolution was horrible. And that was art. Somebody got their shit up there and got props and got put in a magazine for it and probably getting gallery shows right now. Because that's art. I want to say a quick shout out to Mr. Baptiste. He was going to be the first dude to play the understudy for the lead role in the Broadway show Les Miserables.
All right.
And
shout out to that, bro.
He died at his mama house. Even though this dude is a ballerina, somehow he slipped and fell off a 4-story fire escape in New York City to his death. Even though he's a ballerina. So that was sad. And he was black. So it's a spot open for some brothers if they want to try to slide into that Broadway singing game. I mean, it's right there. In other news, first day of spring, snow on the ground. I'm scared. In other news, I want to give a quick pre-happy birthday shout out to Melvin the Barber.
What's up, bro?
He'll be coming of age, I believe, tomorrow, the 21st of March.
Shout out, famo.
Yeah, the Ides of March. This brother's having a birthday, and he's getting married. He's engaged.
Okay.
Finally tied the knot and settled the seed. That's so I guess.
Brother. Congratulations, man. Black love is a revolutionary act,
hey, in itself.
Revolutionary.
You know what I'm saying? And he got 3 soldiers to prove it. 3 of them. So shout out to Malachi, Malik, and Malcolm. They're my homies. You know? Yeah, listen to them names. Malachi, Malik, and Malcolm. Yeah, it's really like, it's Malcolm though. It's like Malcolm, because it's like Melvin, Malachi, Malik, and Malcolm. This nigga here is a fucking self-conceited motherfucker, isn't he?
This nigga's a fucking weirdo.
Yeah. Shout out to Melanie.
Shout out to my homie, though.
Shout out to Melanie. That's his firstborn. That's the homegirl.
Okay.
Yeah, she's an adult. She's 12.
All right.
That's how that go nowadays. Oh, you're 12? You're grown.
She's an adult.
Yeah.
12.
Yeah, shout out to all the children in my life. That are my seeds as well as nieces and nephews. Y'all are fantastic, and adults. Don't believe the hype. Don't believe shit. And don't vote ever until you create your own candidate or you choose to run for something yourself. Yeah, I told y'all I was having kittens. That was
I think y'all should run yourselves.
Run yourself.
Run yourselves.
Hey, that's
Y'all
what they
good.
teaching them
Y'all
nowadays,
talented.
though. Real quick, shout out to Innovation on Twitter. That's at NUNNOvation on Twitter. Hope you're listening to the show. Hope you loving how we do this thing.
Shout out.
You know, we on every now and again. Ain't no preset prerequisites because this is a broadcast and at the drop of a dime can always be fucking
Just
heard.
been going down.
Yeah, and if you ain't on us live, then go ahead and check out them previous archived episodes.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, we used to have
They
hundreds. Now we only have a couple because fuck you, internets. That's why. I want to give a quick shout out to all the local St. Louis artists. Believe in yourself. That's all I can say on that one. Nobody else gonna believe in you. Stop comparing yourself to other people. That don't matter. There's always somebody out there doing the same thing. Don't fucking matter. Get out there and do you. Shout out to How It's Made or I Got Made or GetMade.com. They called me back, but they didn't call me back during the show, so I told them to call me back in an hour because I'm busy, because I didn't want to really talk to them. But I wanted to talk to them live on the show.
Yeah.
So I can let y'all listen to some real live fuckery and a dude sell me 3 dreams in a basket. Wrapped in bullshit. That's all I wanted to show you. Let's see. Shout out to Samsung. You are the king of my life, obviously, because everything in my room says Samsung.
That's it.
Except for the Xbox.
Bullet. We own you, nigga.
That's what
Just
it
like
is.
we own Mike shit.
Yeah. Hey, man, I think we can wrap this shit up. You know what I'm saying?
Just like we own Mike shit, nigga. We
Own it.
Got it back from
Yeah,
them,
shout out to
nigga.
Michael Jackson. We'll never forget. They about to do some real life bullshit with your whole catalog, bro. They about to milk it. Move side, move your shit. Shout out to Hits on the Street. Where's that guy?
What happened? to
Move
him?
side, move. That dude had real live comedy. That was one of the first real live sketch comics we had on TV that y'all just didn't really
That nigga was
realize.
not funny.
Hey man, I didn't say he was funny. I said he was real live. Understand what I'm saying here, brother? He was live. That's all I'm saying. Damn, this dude.
Yeah, brother was motivated. Okay. Motivated to be somebody in life.
He was
That's
on
cool, man.
too.
That's cool.
Yeah. But big shout out, much love to everybody. Hope we've enlightened you a little bit, expanded your paradigm, and scared you as well. Because ain't nothing like fear to motivate a motherfucker to change.
Hello, somebody. And good night, everyone.
Yeah, Spreaker.com/the news. Check out Brain Fitted Presents the News on iTunes or just search Brain Fitted. We in this bitch.
Shout out Sharita Woods.
Hello. Did it snow? Probably.
No, she said it was actually quite sunny.
I
today.
don't want to hear nothing about good weather.
Sunny, dry, and cold.
Well, welcome to the wilderness. This is where we dwelling. In this northwestern hemisphere of this planet.
Yeah, she said it's sunny, dry, and cold there.
That's fantastic. I hope it warms up soon wherever you are. If it already is warm, keep enjoying the day. To all them thugs out there, hey man, just get off the bullshit at least for the next 24 hours, man. Let a nigga live. It ain't that serious.
You did?
And to all the politicians out there, fuck you. You ain't got nothing to offer. Keep voting. Shout out to Obama for getting that shit off. And I guess we out.
Bullet.
Bip, 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 bip.
We'll be black tomorrow.
It's the news.